What's that noise? It's a great noise.
Chocolate!
Egg time.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to have
Gemma's
an egg.
turn for chocolate.
My hands are too big for this jar.
Sorry.
I'm going to tip it out. There we go.
You going for a small one again?
Yeah. I said I'd go for a big one, but
The small ones
I'm going to
yummy.
save it for a long story.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're just yakking away.
We're talking about transformations this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've heard a few really good stories, but probably the best, or at least the most dramatic and the most movie-like, has got to be Paul, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We can't talk about transformations without talking about Paul. So we hear a lot about him, don't we, in the Bible? But importantly, he writes most of the New Testaments, all the letters like Romans, Corinthians,
2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians, yeah. So he writes a lot in the New Testament. So Gemma is going to tell us about his transformation story.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd tell you who he was, in case you're a bit like, who's this Paul guy? So this is Paul's story. Paul left Jerusalem for Damascus in Syria. He had heard there was a group of Christians there. He was going to arrest them. But on the way, a strange thing happened. The sun blazed down, the light grew brighter and brighter, so bright that it was blinding. Paul stumbled and fell, and he heard someone call his name. Paul, Paul, why are you trying to kill me? Who are you? He asked. I am Jesus. Go into the city. When you are there, you will be told what to do. The men with Paul heard the voice, but they could not see anyone. Paul got up, he opened his eyes, but he couldn't see. He was blind. So they took him by the hand and led him to Damascus. There was a Christian in Damascus called Ananias. God spoke to him in a vision. A man called Paul is staying at a house in Straight Street, and I have told him you will place your hands on him and give him back his sight. But this man has done terrible things to the Christians, Ananias protested, and he's come here to arrest us. I have chosen Paul to take my message to the nations of the world. I will show him all that he must suffer for my sake. So Ananias went to Paul. Jesus has sent me to you, he said, so that you may see again and receive God's Spirit. And straight away Paul could see after 3 days in the dark.
Wow.
The meeting with Jesus had completely changed Paul's life. He had been fighting against Jesus, and now he knew that Jesus was really God's son. Paul was ashamed of what he had done, and from now on his life belonged to Jesus. Paul went to the Jewish synagogues and began to tell everyone the good news about Jesus. Paul couldn't believe he was the same man. Oh, people couldn't believe he was the same man. He probably couldn't believe he was the same man too. Before long, the Jews were planning to kill Paul. But one dark night, his friends lowered him from the city wall in a basket and Paul escaped. He went straight to Jerusalem to join the friends of Jesus.
So there we go. An amazing story. Paul is one of my favourite characters in the Bible.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say at the beginning how nasty a man he was.
But he went around trying to arrest Christians, he'd killed them. Mm-hmm. And so we see this transformation from the guy who actively tried to get all the Christians and attack them and lock them up to someone who
actively tried to encourage
them,
Christians
build them up, yeah.
Tell God's story.
And write the Bible in the end.
Yeah, he did. What a cool man.
Yeah.
There we go, thankfulness jar. What colour would you like, Sammy?
Blue.
Blue, oh goodness. Okay.
We haven't had a blue one yet, have we? It's looking very like yellow and white.
It's like
There's
a
few pinks in
sunset.
there. Oh, it's like a sunset.
Aww.
Well, we're going to ruin that in a minute.
Okay, I'm
Or
gonna
it'll be like
one.
a sunset over the sea, maybe. Sort of.
Yeah, you tried. I'm gonna have a pink one because it's on top of the blue. I realise you can't see what I'm doing because never mind. Never mind.
We've got lots of colours.
They're just post-its. There you go.
Thank you. Ooh. I am really thankful for the story of Paul because no matter what we do, God is always there to love us and to help us. We're never outside of God's love. That's what I'm thankful for.
That's really nice. And I'm thankful because we've got a really nice dinner tonight.
Oh, yum.
And food is gimme.
Are you cooking? That's the question though.
Don't know. We'll find out. Okay, what's our activity? Okay, I'm just going to put it in.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered.
No, we failed.
That
We
game
failed
got
at dropping
boring.
it, yeah.
Okay, so this week we've talked a lot about transformation stories and learning to share our own stories. And I know lots and lots of people who love telling others about Jesus. So the question today is, who tells you stories about Jesus? Is it someone at school? Is it someone from church? Is it a friend? Is it mum and dad? Is it grandma and grandpa? Write them a card and say thank you to them. Because it might be quite hard for them to do that, actually. And just show your appreciation, because it's such a good thing that they've done.
Lovely. Have a lovely day.
And we'll see you tomorrow, which
morning.
is Saturday.
Saturday.
Woohoo, weekend.
Oh yeah, that's true. Weekend
Yay.
tomorrow.
Bye.
See ya.